Hello and welcome to the status report overview of SKAGEN Global in May. Let's take a look at the highlights for the month in terms of performance, portfolio composition and valuation. After a relatively flat April, the fund was up by over 5% in May, outperforming its benchmark index by more than 2%. One new company was added to the portfolio and we increased our positions in two others. No companies exited the fund, but two positions were reduced. The portfolio remains very attractively valued in absolute terms and relative to both the benchmark and the fund's historic average. The top 10 positions, which together constitute around 30% of the portfolio, have potential upside of around 35% based on our current target prices. SKAGEN Global is up 17.6% year to date, which is slightly below the performance of the benchmark. Looking longer term, it has beaten the index over 1, 3, 5 and 10 years and delivered annualised returns of nearly 18% since inception, which is over 13% better than the benchmark. Now let's take a look at the drivers of performance during the month. First, on the credit side, and the fund's largest two holdings were also the best contributors in May. Citigroup, the US bank, was the best performer and is also the biggest winner year to date. Samsung Electronics, which is the largest and one of the longest held companies in the portfolio, was the second best contributor for the month and is also in the number 2 position year to date. Let's turn now to the debit side. Two Russian companies were in the top 5 negative positions in what was another difficult month for Russian stocks generally. The largest detractor was Vimpelcom. The telecom company reported first quarter results with revenue and operating profit in line with expectations, and disappointing performance in Italy, Africa and Asia was offset by strong results from the CIS unit. The second largest detractor was Japan Securities Finance. Although it is a small position in SKAGEN Global, the share price of the securities financing business fell by around 20% during the month. Now let's run through the portfolio composition and have a look at what changed during May. Starting with the buys, and the Spanish security service company Prosegur entered the portfolio in May. It has a strong position in its domestic market and profitable positions in several Latin American countries, in markets which we think will grow ahead of GDP. Valuation multiples have dropped recently due to concerns over the macroeconomic picture in Spain and Argentina, and we saw this as a good buying opportunity. We added to our positions in RSA Insurance Group after the share price fell 20% on the back of a cut in the company's dividend. We also added to our holding in State Bank of India at what we think is an attractive entry point of a low valuation combined with strong long-term growth profile. On the sell side, we reduced our holdings in Toyota Industries and SCA on valuation grounds, as both companies have seen strong share price performance and a positive valuation re-rating. That's all for this month. Thank you for watching, and for more information, please visit the SKAGEN Global section of the SKAGEN website.